I'm not a massive fan of Snapchat myself. I tend to think it's the world's most convenient way to send nudes and show off some shitty filters for your selfies, but it's been used in a very creative way by one reigning Formula 1 world champion, as Lewis Hamilton was seen taking Snapchat videos during Thursday's Japanese press conference. Sounds fun, right? It absolutely was. Shout out to Carlos Sainz for mentioning it on his Twitter afterwards. But of course, the British press didn't take too kindly to the content, criticising Lewis Hamilton for not paying full attention to them as a sign of disrespect. That right there to me was everything wrong with how Formula 1 is perceived and the generational problem it's going to have going forward, like Lewis Hamilton owes us something. Press conferences suck. They're only circumstantial for entertainment when two guys awkwardly hate each other, or you get the occasional banter between two guys who kinda like each other. They're not really that way for design unless you stick Kvyat and Verstappen together after you've made them swap seats. Purely coincidental, I'm sure. And what it is ultimately is 6 people, most of them not particularly captivated on their own, being forced to answer a bunch of monotonous, boring, generic questions by some journalists who have already been told by their publications what to ask. It sucks life out of the drivers' characters, and I don't even know why they bother recording them. And then we're criticising them the one time someone dares try to liven them up a bit? I genuinely believe Lewis was being sincere. In a sport where we ourselves manifest so much pressure on these incredible athletes to succeed, God forbid someone tries to go behind the scenes of what we're told to listen to on TV and communicate with us, the fans. It's one of the biggest reasons he's the biggest star the sport has seen since Schumacher, and a massive reason why so many members of said press are putting food on the table for themselves and their families. Remember when we were all making montages of Sebastian Vettel taking the piss out of Mercedes all year long? The old guard watching F1 would seriously rather have Lewis answer questions about beating Nico Rosberg or the phantom Ferrari threat that doesn't exist 16 times over than taking a selfie that will get 2,000 likes on Twitter? I'm sitting here right now shaking my damn head. Now, for those unaware, I'm 24 years old. I grew up with the first generation of Formula 1 on social media in the early 2010s, and I, for one, loved the fact that Lewis did this for our own entertainment. In a sport that's so desperate for characters, an agenda pushed by the same old heads in the media today, the hypocrisy annoys the hell out of me. Sure, we want more personalities in our boring, anti-charismatic bubble of a sport, but only when we're not asking you shitty questions. Piss off, man. A rather famous British motorsport commentator I will not name has actually listened to my podcast in his spare time. The biggest criticism I got about it was that I swore too much. On a show that's labelled as explicit on iTunes. That just about says it all. This is a generation that still believes you can't swear on the internet. Formula 1 on the internet is a beautiful thing in itself. Anyone can now have a platform to speak their mind about the sport they love, make a name for themselves, and project it to the world, the exact same kryptonite to the old man's club that the sport still so often relies upon with their Rolexes and Johnny Walker. The growth of the new media age was what inspired me to pack in my business degree, get a degree in broadcast journalism instead, and make YouTube videos 5 years ago. And I'd like to think I haven't done half bad. You wouldn't be listening to this video right now if it wasn't for that same inspiration. And now, we have a podcast of nearly 20,000 plays, paid for by you, fellow fans who like our work so much, so many of you have given us money to continue giving us the best platform we can possibly have. That's a beautiful, inspiring thing for small dreamers like me, who often have dreamed of being in this industry. So next time a member of the F1 audience member over the ages of 40 tries to tell you that Lewis was being disrespectful for taking a selfie or saying that he can't swear, tell him to fuck off and smell the coffee. It's a whole new generation for the sport, and it's about time we drag the old heads into it kicking and screaming. And if they disagree, well, just show them Lewis's boner on Snapchat instead. That'll teach them.